YouTube? It's krispyENT and I'm back, baby. Hey, I miss you too, little fine shit. Okay. Hey man, we getting straight to the point, just like I did in my Suicide Squad videos. Okay, we got 3 things to go over today. All right, I got 2, maybe 3 keys to give away for early access of Path of Exiles 2. Therefore, 2 or 3 of y'all will be playing this game after today's video. All right, I got a shout out my homie who helped me with this build, because man, without him, I ain't gonna lie. Well, I was lost in the wind, let me tell you something, all right? And then obviously we gotta go over the build itself, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna talk y'all ear off. Okay, we're gonna get straight into it. Everything y'all need is gonna be in this video. If it is not, just drop it down in the comments below. All right, we're gonna get straight to that. All right, y'all seen the clips, man. This shit is nasty. I'm talking 60 to 70 levels, easy clears, easy clears. Okay, with all that being said, man, let's get straight into the build video. Yeah, starting the build off. All right, we got Ice Strike. Okay, this is going to convert 80% of the physical damage you stack to your character to cold damage, as well as 5% more attack speed. Okay, for the first support gem, we got Martial Tempo. Okay, this is simple. It's going to be 25% more attack speed, so we're already sitting at a good 30. Our next support gem, Ice Bite. Attacks gain 35% of damage as cold damage for 3 seconds on freezing an enemy. Every time you freeze an enemy, you are going to gain 35% of damage as cold damage. And our last support gem is going to be Primal Armament. Supported skills deal 25% more elemental weapon damage. And as you can see, this skill alone can handle mobs easily. Next up is the Charge Staff spell. This is a spell that basically imbues your staff with lightning and gives you quarterstaff attack lightning damage proportional to the amount of power charges you just consumed. So you can see I activate it and I basically have lightning glowing from the tips of each part of my staff, and it basically has like shock waves of like low lightning waves, you know what I'm saying? And these are also considered projectiles, so that's a pretty dope thing for when you're putting on support gems. Our first support gem, we got Perpetual Charge. This is basically a 35% chance to not remove charges, but it still counts as if I use them. All right, that's a big buff. Now we got Persistence. This is basically 40% more skill effect duration. All right, so every time I activate the charge staff, I'm gonna have it for longer. All right, as you can see right here, you just activate that charge staff and just eliminate the boss, you know what I'm saying? All right, next up we got the Tempest Bell. All right, this is a bell that hangs off the edge of your quarterstaff. You basically enlarge it, drop it to the ground, and hit it. You hit it, it creates shockwaves and does massive AoE damage. All right, now obviously, as you can see, this thing is a boss killer. Check out how we just drop our bells and literally just lay into those bells, and you just watch the health go down. Our first support gem that we're running is Super Critical. All right, this is a 100% increased critical damage bonus with a hit of 20% less critical hit chance, and we're not worried about that because we get more critical hit chance through our passive tree. And the support gem after that is Font of Mana. Basically, every time I drop this bell, there's a radius around it, and it's mana regeneration. Okay, just non-stop mana regeneration. And last but not least, we got Frost Nexus. This basically just creates a chilled ground for 4 seconds when I freeze an enemy. So when I drop my bell, hit it with my Ice Strike, that ice is going to then spread out, freeze enemies, and then it's going to chill that ground for 4 seconds. And now Shattering Palm. All right, this is the bread and butter of the build, and it also helps with movement. You basically dash at the enemy, hitting them with an unarmed strike, and then it encases those enemies with shards of ice within a certain radius. They're prone to being shattered at any point in time if you deal enough damage to them. And as you can see, majority of the time, if you have enough attack damage, it's 1 to 2 strikes, which is exactly what you see here. So this next attack and 2 buffs are kind of freelancers. I don't have any support gems on it right now. I'm still working on them. You can put whatever you want on them. But you got Flicker Strike as the attack, which is basically going to use those power charges that you've been collecting. And as soon as you freeze an enemy, it's going to dash to those frozen enemies and eliminate them, basically, because you got to factor in all the things that we have that go towards frozen enemies, you know? All right, our first buff that's going to be using 30 Spirit is going to be Combat Frenzy. All right, this is basically how we're going to be having our power charges on non-stop rotation, okay? Because we're going to gain a Frenzy charge when you freeze, electrocute, or pin an enemy no more than once every 5.7 seconds. All right, obviously we're gonna have, you could probably put buff duration on this, get that 5.7 seconds lower, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, you see it says Frenzy Charge. All right, we're gonna actually be pairing this up with Resonance, which is on our passive skill tree. Okay, and as you can see here on Resonance, you're gonna gain power charges instead of frenzy charges. Okay, so you're on a non-stop rotation of power charges. All right, it's insane. All right, next up for our last buff, we got Herald of Ice. Okay, this is basically when you shatter those frozen enemies with an attack hit, it's going to cause another icy explosion that deals attack damage to those enemies in the surrounding area. All right, so a good support gem, for example, would be maybe Area of Effect on this one, you know, so as soon as you shatter, it's going to spread even wider than the base area of effect. All right, real quick, as for the giveaway information, apparently I'm dumb, and the 2 keys that I do have are for just access to the game on either the Epic Games client or the Steam client, but I do have only 1 key to giveaway. All right, so I still will be doing that giveaway. In order to enter the giveaway, I'm gonna need you to like the video and comment the class you want to run if you win the giveaway. All right, like the video and comment the class right now. Real quick, like I said, I don't want to talk y'all ear off. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of drop the gear on screen, let y'all screenshot it, talk over a little bit. You'll kind of see what a baseline of what I'm going for in these builds on these set pieces. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into the gear and then send you guys on your way, all right, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my guy Sniper Z. All right, you guys go, his links are gonna be down below. You guys go drop him, follow, subscribe, do what you gotta do, get in touch with this man. All right, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to these games. He's the brains behind a lot of this operation we got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching up, but hey man, I gotta give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? He definitely helped me out a shit ton with this build. Shout out to my guy Z. I appreciate you much, man. Appreciate you many. All right, and as for my gear, I am pretty stacked, I'm not gonna lie, but the main thing is I want you to pay attention to how I have the physical damage rolled on as much as possible. I've got resistances rolled on as much as possible, as well as evasion. All right, as the monk, you're a melee, you're in and out, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that evasion. You feel me? You gotta have basically anything that'll help you when you're up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let these roll for a second, then I'm gonna put a screenshot of my passives up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys out of here. All right, YouTube, that's gonna do it for the video, man. All in less than 10 minutes, I got you the Ice Mage Monk build. If you wanna stay up with me, hey man, I'm gonna have my links down below. I stream every day over on Twitch, so come over, you feel me, drop a follow, join the family. Hey, don't forget about the giveaway. Stay up, stay blessed, man. It's krispyENT, and I'm up out of here.